Throughout this module, we learned to 3D print and model with Fusion 360. We were initially tasked with creating 2 different rings using different methods.
The first ring was created through extrusion, which is a process where a closed shape can be raised or pushed. For the first ring, this was achieved by creating concentric circles and extruding the space in between them.
The second ring was created using the revolve tool. This involves creating a shape and rotating it about an axis.
Although both of these tools created similar rings, they are more advantageous when being used for certain purposes. Box-like prisms lend themselves well to be created by extrusion.
For example, a rectangular prism can easily become 3D by extruding a sketched rectangle. On the contrary, shapes that are symmetrical about an axis are easily created with the revolve tool, such as a cone.
However, both of these tools have some limitations. With extrusion, there is less versatility in shaping the figure because the selected plane can only be pushed or pulled in one direction. With the revolve tool, the final shape will always end up being cylindrical and symmetrical.
Now that we were more familiar with Fusion 360, we moved on to creating the chess pieces. Our chess set is nature themed to go along with Duke's landscape. Our final pieces included a tree, flower, ladybug, watering can, mushroom, and butterfly. Before beginning our designs, we sketched our ideas on paper.
However, we faced obstacles when trying to actually create the pieces on Fusion 360. For example, some of our pieces required us to utilize the tools that we weren't familiar with, such as extruding from an offset plane, filleting, joining 2 bodies, and sketching various patterns.
For example, the ladybug, like the rest of our pieces, was created using an iterative process. We wanted our ladybug to appear to have spots on its back. Initially, we tried to create circles on the base and extrude them.
However, this was not working, so we decided to create spheres and join them to the body of the ladybug. A lot of our problem solving required us to either try to use the tools we knew in different ways or research online and experiment with new tools.
After finalizing our designs, we were ready to print. We uploaded our files to 3D Printer OS and had to further manipulate our objects so that they could be efficiently printed. This meant that the orientation and location of the items in the box played a role.
For example, with the rings, we realized that orienting it horizontally allowed for the item to be printed with minimal supports. If we had oriented the object vertically, there would have been a portion of the ring with nothing underneath it, which would have required more supports.
A good orientation is one that minimizes the spaces with nothing underneath them so that there is likely to be minimal support. Finally, we rotated, centered, and scaled the objects within the printer bed and printed. Our chess set was complete.